What's going on, guys? Richie Fix here, back with another video, and oh my god, Storm Arena, what is going on? As we have another huge controversy slash QC issue with one of their figures, and when it rains, it pours, folks. When it rains, it pours. We're going to talk about what's going on currently with Storm Arena and the big controversy and the big QC issue that's going on right now. Is it going to be fixed? What happened? What was the QC issue? And how much longer is this going to keep going on? We got a lot to talk about, and I'm not very happy, so let's go. Storm Arena is back in the toy news, and again, for all the wrong reasons. Now, we do have a picture of Sagat on the screen here, one on the left being Jada, one on the right being Storm Arena. Go ahead and take a look at the one on the right for me, if you will. Give it a good hard look. Look it up and down. Is there anything that is catching your eye as being off by chance? I'm going to give you a couple seconds here. All right, time's up. It is the chest piece. My God, what the hell is going on with the chest piece? As the rest of the figure seems to be a nice, fair white skin, and then in the middle, it's like this decrepit, zombie-like, jaundice-ass skin. And it looks insane, to be honest with you. It looks absolutely horrendous. Now, apparently, this did happen to the first batch over at the Anime Pro Festival this last weekend. And I have to, give credit where credit is due. Dad's Expensive Hobby did do a video on this very same topic covering this. And I want to give him his fair credit. Make sure you go check out his channel. Check out his video, as he was the one that brought this to my attention, and it caught fire, baby. It caught fire like the dry Sahara Desert, and a spark hit the dry-ass weeds, and a flame. My God, this has been all over now. I've seen this everywhere, and not a good look. Not a good look. Apparently, Storm did catch wind of this. They did alert Anime Pro Festival, and apparently, if you were there and you kept your receipt and have your order number, they are going to issue out some replacement parts. Now, they don't just have extra chest pieces laying around for every chest piece that they make. They have an equal to figure that they have to put it on, so they have to go ahead and make some more chest pieces to accommodate those that were affected. But, what about me? I'm in the United States. I wasn't there. I bought from the vendor that was supposedly representing Anime Pro Festival out there. I'm probably never going to get this fixed, and mine is already shipped. And, yeah, so mine, unfortunately, is going to have this issue, but the good news is that most likely the big bad toy stores of the world that are going to get their later batches should not have this issue. But, again, I can't, they say that, but I don't know how big a batch is. How many figures were affected? Is it 400? Is it 10? I don't know. I really don't know. I have to say a batch is 400 because that's how many they limited the exclusives to, and I would assume that's just one batch that's being rolled through. So if it is 400, that's actually quite a few figures that were affected. Yeah. Storm Arena, we got to get our shit together. What are we doing? It seems like every figure they've put out so far has had controversy, minus the Ryu. I've never heard anything about the Ryu, but let's just start with my journey, right? I keep buying these figures to get them early so I can give you guys the very fastest look at these possible, so I can let you know if there's any issues like this, if there is any type of QC issues. And I didn't even have to get the figure, and I got one coming on the way that I now know is going to have this chest piece issue. But, thank God for Big Bad Toy Store so I can get those with the updated chest piece. But it's like, Storm, what are we doing? What the hell are we doing? Do we just not have any type of QC over at your factory? We got paint peeling off. I'm getting duplicate effect pieces. I mean, this literally, it feels like every figure I've gotten from Storm Arena so far has had issues. My very first Ken figure, now granted, this isn't the same experience for everybody, but I'm going to tell you my journey with Storm Arena so far. My very first Ken figure came with two of the same hands, and then the BAKI line, we already said Ryu was fine. Ryu was a fine release. We're good there. Ryu, solid figure, no known issues that I've been made aware of. The BAKI line is controversial because some felt it was underscaled. I was amongst that crowd, but there was the crowd that obviously thought that was fine. So we won't necessarily, we'll put it in the half QC, half not. Because I know a lot of people are not buying that figure because of how small they are. you can tell, you know, their popularity is it's still in stock. Everything else pre-order wise for Street Fighter is selling out, and BAKI still hasn't sold out. We're having shipping problems getting things to the United States. Then we get to the exclusives, and that's where things really start to get bad. Is those things at the event, should you want to pick up an exclusive Storm Arena Ken or Ryu, they're $50. And then those first exclusives that you drop, literally seconds out of opening them out of the package, the paint starts to peel off. So there's that. So now you're paying double for an exclusive color where the exclusive color is literally peeling right off your figure for double the cost. Now we move on to Sagat. Where's the QC? What is going on over at Storm Arena? They're pushing out product. They got pre-orders going up all the time. We still haven't seen BAKI. There's no way to talk to anybody at Storm should you have any QC issues. It's like, what is happening? What in the actual hell is happening over at Storm Arena? They need to get things fixed because they are getting a bad reputation fast. I mean fast, because it seems like every single figure that we get is coming with issues. What is happening? It's like, have you never made figures before? Can we not act like you haven't been in the business over 15 years making action figures? And this is like Bush League stuff, miscolored plastic, paint peeling off. It's like, who's the rookie here? Is it Jada or Storm? Now, granted, it is a different scale. I'll give them that. I guess I'm sure there's got to be some differences in the way that they produce and how things work. But it's like, it shouldn't be where this bad. At least not this bad. I mean, literally almost every single figure has had some type of controversy with it other than the Ryu. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I had to bring the attention because I love Storm Collectibles, guys. I do. I'm a big fan for them. I'm a big fan for Jada. I want both to succeed. But I'm running out of patience because not only is there QC, but I am paying buku bucks to get these from overseas to get inferior figures. And I know what you can say. Well, Richie, why don't you be patient and wait like the rest of us? Because I want to get these reviews out to you. I want you to know ahead of time before you waste your money if these figures are good or not. And I'm over here taking $75 hit now on this Sagat with the weird chest piece. So it's like, what do I do? What do I do? Where do we go from here? Because it's like, well, I'm not going to keep buying these things. I mean, I want to get the videos out as quickly as possible. I'm taking all these stray bullets ahead of time, and I'm running out of blood over here. I'm dying over here. I am. I'm like Stu. I think I'm dying. It's like, good God, I can only buy so many QC infected products. It's like, what's next? The only thing worse now is if the joints start breaking like a McFarlane or NECA figure. We'll knock on wood for that. So, I don't know, guys. I mean, I had to bring it to your attention, but it's like, I'm getting a little irritated here, if you can't tell. Now, now, let's settle down, because at the end of the day, it's not keeping me up at night. I know they're just action figures and toys, but it's like, I want them to succeed. I need them to succeed, so Jada starts pushing. And I need Jada to succeed, so Storm will keep pushing. But it's pushed Storm so fast that they're just cutting corners, I feel like, everywhere. It's clear that we don't have someone checking the figures before they're shipped out. No one's doing any type of check. It's just, they're done. We got the notice from the factory, and he says, ship them. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Like, come on. We gotta get some sort of QC going on here. We do. But I didn't want to make this video super long. I just wanted to kind of address what's going on. Fortunately, it's not going to be a running issue. This should be all cleared up by the time it ships to the States. But in the meantime, all those that bought these figures early, they're going to be affected. And, they can try and put in the trouble and dealing with Anime Pro if they want to try and get the piece. But it's like, Storm, you better get a customer service, because clearly you need one. We can't just be shipping out all these, faulty-ass figures and not having any way to contact you and just say, buyer beware. That's not the way to run a business. And unfortunately, Storm, who started off really hot, is getting a bad reputation fast. And I mean fast. So, other than that, guys, I wish it was on better terms. I'm going to settle down. We're going to settle down. And granted, again, I'm not taking it. Am I a little bit over dramatic for the video? Sure. But I promise I'm not losing any sleep on this or anything. Hey, at the end of the day, Jada's not having these issues, so I can sit at home and hold my Sagat that I have from Jada tight and say, you don't have a weird-ass chest, do you? Your chest is normal. Not like the ugly duckling Storm Arena one over there. You're all good. It's not that deep. I promise I'm kidding. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to bring it up because it's been a huge topic, and because it's from the Storm Arena Street Fighter realm, well, of course, I've got to address it and tell you my thoughts on it. But man, Storm, you better be flawless moving forward, because should that Charlie or Dan have any other issues, you best believe I got another video for your guys' ass. Because there's the more frustrating part of this is there's no customer service to be had. Go ahead and try and email them from their website, and maybe Andrew, the owner, who seems to be the only one that ever emails anybody back on their customer service, and all he says is, we'll ship you replacement parts. That was 2 months ago for me. I haven't seen anything. So, again, guys, I wish it was on better terms, but again, you know, I gotta call it how I see it. If Storm messes up, I'm calling it. If Jada messes up, I'm calling it. Hasbro, I will be just as big of a shill for these companies when they're doing it right, but when they're wrong, I gotta call it a spade, and this baby here, well, she's a spade. So other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Richie Figs. Later.